Hello everyone, this is Srinivasa from Informatica GCS, and today I'm going to discuss about the topic Idssvc utility for IIR. The agenda for today's topic is the Idssvc utility, the purpose and its uses, and following that will be the demonstration. Introduction to Idssvc utility. So it is basically used to create or delete a Windows service for all the IIR servers except the synchronization server. So the Idssvc utility uses the following syntax in order to create it as a service for Windows. So in this, basically you need to provide the service name, start program name, and stop program name. So here the service name will be the name that you want to create, which will be prefixed by IDS. The start program name will be IDS up, which is the which will bring up the IIR services. And following that, if you want to stop the services as a Windows, you need to give the stop command as well, which is IDS down, which will bring down all the IIR connection servers. For example, the following command creates the Windows service license server. So here from 10.x versions, you doesn't need to give it doesn't need to install this service, because from 10.x IDS up command, IDS up batch file itself will bring up license server as well. So before 10.x, which is 9.x versions, we'll use lip command, which is when you need to use this. Note, Informatica recommends that you use batch scripts instead of programs, because a batch script can establish environment variables that identity resolution requires to function correctly. For example, when you set a service startup type to automatic, a batch script can set the environment variables before starting the identity resolution servers, so the servers function correctly. After you create a Windows service, you can manually start or stop the service control manager or from a command line. So to stop the service, you need to use the command, and to start it, you can use the following command. So when you specify a Windows service name, ensure that you include IDS underscore prefix. So you can use the service control manager to change the service startup type to automatic instead of manual, so that when you bring up your Windows services, it will automatically bring up the IIR services as well, so that you can directly launch the IIR console. So you can find the sample script in the bin directory of the IIR. So the following example use the sample script for both the start and the stop calls. However, in production environment, you can use the start and stop scripts. Specify the start parameter with the start script name, so that the scripts do not run in the same shell. So use the following guidelines if you create a script that runs when you start or stop the Windows service. So you need to call the IISS batch file, which will be present in the environment folder or directory. Start all the processes with the start parameter, so that the processes do not run in the current shell. For example, if you update this, if you start update synchronizer without the start parameter, the service script cannot run the control until the update synchronizer stops. IDSA batch file will be located in the IIR bin directory. So ensure that you transfer the control by using the call parameter, otherwise the control never returns when the called script ends. And the service script cannot run the control. You stop the servers by using IDS down batch file located in the same bin directory. The shutdown will immediately happen. This will immediately disconnect all the active clients of the IIR. For example, if you start the update synchronizer with the RB check switch to periodically test the rule-based connectivity and to abort the connection when rule-based server is inaccessible. This switch avoids the need to run the sync stop script. So now let's see the demonstration of creating the Idssvc utility. So here we'll be able to run a command which will create the service. So this is the command. So this is a command which will install the Idssvc utility. Okay, so this is the name that I am giving for my use, and so this is the start command, you can say. And this is a stop command, which is IDS down. So let's run this command so that IIR services utility service will be installed. So as this already exists, let me try to delete it. So this has successfully deleted. So now I'll try to install the Idssvc service. So the service is successfully installed. Let's check it in the service manager here. So this is the service. This is what it says start, because this is in manual mode. You can change it into automatic, so that once your Windows services are up and running, this will start itself automatically. So now I'll start it manually, that once this is up and running, you doesn't need to run this command IDSsub. So we can straight away run IDSconk command, which will bring up the IIR console. So now you are able to see the IIR console directly. So you basically doesn't need to run multiple commands actually. So this is the advantage with the Windows as a service. And similarly, if you want to delete the service, you can do so. So first I need to exit this console, and later I need to stop the services. Okay, so now the service is stopped. Now I'm good to delete this service, Windows service. So this is successfully deleted. So now I won't be able to see it here. Okay. So thank you so much for watching the demonstration, and if you would like to give your feedback, please do so on supportvideos@informatica.com or twitter.com/informatica support. And once again, thank you so much for watching this video.